So we're making a pegboard wall here, and as I was doing the research for like what kind of pegboard we should get, I ran into an interesting review on Amazon. Easy to set up. Shipping was fast, easy to set up, and it looks great. I don't understand why one color should cost more than another, and not by a little bit. That was disappointing. And then... How does somebody just like nonchalantly write a review like that and add a picture like that? Tyler, what do you think of the review?
I mean, you didn't like my review?
Ta-da! We did it. We got the pegboard up. Mostly thanks to Tyler here. You did the bulk of the work.
You did some.
I just pretended. I mostly just filmed. But this is looking great. Now we have a whole bunch of little like doohickeys, attachments. What are they called? So now we just got to figure out what are we actually gonna put on that wall, because yeah, we should hang stuff on there. I like this, but I like this whole little workstation area. We actually ended up just getting a table from IKEA and attaching it to this like little shelf. We just like Frankenstein that, and then we have this nice little workstation. Bunch of gear stuff here, a nice tabletop to set up cameras and I don't know, do work. Since that last update, we got the pegboard, but we really blew up the office. Something else that seems to be blowing up this week is the whole world.
Wall Street is about to close any minute now. The Dow collapsing around 1,900 points today. Its worst single-day loss ever.
Supplies are being rationed to keep up with the unprecedented coronavirus panic shopping.
Within the past couple of hours, the Italian Prime Minister has announced restrictions on movement across the entire country in the most drastic response yet to the spread of coronavirus.
All of Italy is in quarantine. So many different products, the production is being halted or they're way behind. Events are being canceled left, right, and center, South by Southwest, all of these events being canceled. Airlines, tourism taking a massive hit, and the stock market is just crashing. I bought index funds for the first time this year, and I don't know if you can see, but I am down $8,500 right now. Just 2 weeks ago, I was up by $3,000. So that's an $11,500 difference in 2 weeks. I've heard Apple is super behind on their products. Just saw Canon rumors post that I've been told that the production of the Canon EOS R5 and the EOS R6 are both running at less than a quarter of Canon's manufacturing capacity due to supply chain issues from the coronavirus. This will lead to obvious issues with the production numbers. I saw Drobo post a similar thing on Twitter about how they're running behind. And even creators, filmmakers, freelancers like us are being hit and are gonna be hit by this whole thing. Philip Bloom, if you don't know who he is, you should. He wrote on Twitter, "My one remaining job has now been canceled due to coronavirus. I now don't have a single job in my diary for the rest of the year." These are very worrying times. It's kind of scary times for freelancers and creatives, filmmakers, photographers, all these people, especially the freelancers, because freelancing is already unpredictable, and this is going to make it even more unpredictable for a lot of people. These are the times where it really feels like the world is ending, this is it, like this is the end. But look at history. We survived 2008. We survived the 80s crashes. We survived the Great Depression. Humans are way more resilient than we give ourselves credit for. And don't worry, I'm not gonna give you guys financial advice or anything like that. I'm definitely not a financial advisor. And even though I know now for sure I'm not gonna make as much money, my income is, I'm sure, gonna drop this year compared to last year, I'm still not freaking out. I'm staying calm because I know that things will eventually work out. Things will eventually get better. And that's why I'm staying cool as a cucumber, at least for now. It's gonna be hard, I'm sure. I think this might even be worse than 2008. I don't mean to be like an alarmist or anything, but it feels pretty bad right now. But I think if you have like a positive outlook, you can get through this, and maybe even you can see some opportunities that you can take advantage of through this whole craziness. Maybe it's a perfect time for you to invest in the stock market for the first time now that they're way down. Maybe worst case scenario, you lose your job, but it's an opportunity to finally pursue that freelance thing that you've been thinking about for so long. Or maybe it's the perfect time for a company to kind of rethink things and really dial in what's most important for them. Or maybe the hard times cause you to be even more creative and work even harder, and that will benefit you in the long run. I guess what I'm trying to get across to you guys is that bad things are gonna happen, for sure, and they're gonna suck, they're gonna be really hard, but in the end, it matters more, way more, how you deal with those bad things. And the nice thing is that we're all in this together. We're all, all of humanity is having to deal with this thing at once right now. So I kind of take comfort in that. It's really crazy and really interesting to see how humans kind of come together and help each other out when things get really, really hard. So I'm hoping that we see the good of humanity through all of this rather than the bad. Hopefully we see the good of humanity through all this. I'm gonna have to leave this whole mess here because I'm going to meet up with Steve, who just started a YouTube channel on finances, and hopefully he will be able to calm you guys down even more. Or maybe it's just to reassure me. Should I be scared at all going to public places like a mall at this time, Corona? Hey man, good to meet you. Corona handshake. Yeah, for real. So Steve, are we screwed?
We might actually be, man. It's pretty crazy out there. Coronavirus.
Corona's messing everything up.
This is really, something like this happens so many times throughout history.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And we've survived them all.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to say that the market always goes up, but the market has tended to trend upwards over time. And honestly, we're really due for something like this too.
Oh yeah,
Like
I was ready
100%.
for it.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for this bubble or whatever this thing is to burst.
Yeah, exactly.
It can't keep going up all the time like this.
No, like this type of thing is actually healthy for the market, like because as humans, like we tend to kind of run into walls, and once we hit the wall, that's when we realize, okay, this was a little bit overdone. Let's take a step back here.
Yeah.
So I think that we're seeing with like things like the lowered interest rates that just happened, coronavirus, things like that. Now we're seeing the market reflect that, and that's healthy and that's natural, but it's not something to panic about.
And it's a good opportunity, right?
It's a great opportunity.
Heck yeah.
As Warren Buffett says, everybody knows and loves him. Be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. And this is a perfect opportunity.
That's a great way to put this right now.
Yeah.
Good hanging out, man.
Yeah, good to see you,
All the best with the channel.
Thanks a lot.
All right, see ya.
See you.
Man, Steve was a really, really nice guy. He recently started a channel all about money, finances, and stuff, and it's really, really high quality. I actually thought that he was a filmmaker that knew something about money, but it's actually a guy who knows a lot about money that's like dabbling in filmmaking. But if you want to make somebody's day, a small creator who's just starting out, go and follow, go subscribe to Steve's channel, and go send him some love, because that's one of those channels that you see and you instantly know that this thing is gonna blow up. He's gonna be a massive YouTuber, so be there for the early days. Literally just watched somebody grab like 6 packages of toilet paper. Since filming all of that yesterday, NAB is canceled. NBA is suspended. World Health Organization is now saying that this is a pandemic. Tom Hanks has the coronavirus now. I would say this is the time to start at least somewhat preparing for what could be next. Not to alarm anybody, but I would start preparing even just a little bit. Even if it's just some canned goods, prepare for it. And also, as a creative, prepare to make a lot less money this year. I think everybody's gonna get affected by this, so that's my warning. I hope this vlog doesn't turn into or this channel doesn't turn into a Corona channel, but you never know. Matt, we're shutting down the office.